everybody, Landon Brazil here, co-founder of zfind.com, and today I'll be sharing with you the easiest way to start an Airbnb property acquisition business leveraging zfind.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down exactly how you can start your property acquisition business the easiest way possible. To give you a clear idea of how this worked for you is at zfind. So originally we had a company where we offered a property launch business where we would find the property for you. We would launch the property for you. So that meant we would actually go out and we would hire a cleaner, we would hire a handyman, we would hire an assembly person, we would hire a photographer, and we'd basically make sure that all the furniture got sent to our client's property that we found for them for rental arbitrage. And then that team that we built for them would set up their property. And then what we'll do is, after we no longer do this, but what we would do is we will make sure the property gets cleaned, pictures get taken of the property, and then we list it on Airbnb so that we can launch their property so that they can start getting bookings. So zfind was just an offer within that property launch business, right? So zfind, we would just find the property for you. That's it, right? So I'm gonna help you understand how you can use property acquisition leveraging zfind to help clients find properties approved for Airbnb, and you collect some good money. Now, just to keep in mind, the income that I state in this video is not guaranteed. I'm just stating what we did and how it can work for you if you apply some of these strategies. Now, I'm not saying that the money that you will make from what I'm sharing right here is guaranteed. Just because I show it on here does not mean that you're going to make it. You have to apply your own strategies, your own tactics, your own offers, put it together and make it work, right? I'm just sharing with you the way that it worked for us and how it can work for you. So the easiest way to start is you have to first understand that you have to have an offer. What is your offer? So your offer needs to be around what is it that you're doing, right? What are you doing? How are you solving a problem for the target audience that you're targeting, right? Maybe who is that audience, right? So we can niche it all the way down to, I help Airbnb operators find their first and second property within 30 days or less, right? Or I help Airbnb operators find their first property approved for Airbnb within 10 days, right? You have to stand out. This offer really, really has to stand out, right? So the first thing that you want to put together is making sure that you have your offer. So your offer, let's just be, for example, we'll do, I help, we'll do Airbnb operators, or you can do something like this: first time Airbnb operators get their first property approved for Airbnb without having to call property owners. All right, this is something very, very basic, right? You're going to have a very basic offer. You can have more intensive, offers where you're more detailed and more specific, but we're going to keep it very basic to start, right? So you have your offer right here. Now, the next thing that you want to have is your marketing. So how are you going to market this offer? What platforms are you going to use? Where are you going to go? Like, how are you going to actually put this together? So one recommendation that I would recommend doing is collabing with maybe a coach, right? You can collab with a coach. Maybe you can go to Facebook groups. And when you go to Facebook groups, you're going to present your offer in a way where you're sharing your inventory. So you're going to share inventory. What does your inventory look like? And when you leverage your inventory, all you have to do is leverage zfind. So you're going to leverage zfind as your inventory, and you're going to make posts like, hey, it's going to be like something like this, like, hey, not hey, you want to say, I have properties approved for Airbnb in some of the hottest cities across the country. Only looking to help a few people rental arbitrage in some of the hottest cities across the country. I'm only looking to help a few people this week who are looking to open up another source of income. Comment if you are looking for properties. Right? Again, this is very, very basic, but this will get the ball rolling, get your ideas flowing, and help you understand what you're going to base a post like this off of, right? So another place that you can obviously market is Facebook ads, right? So you can run Facebook ads for a property acquisition offer, right? So we help Airbnb operators locate their next property approved for Airbnb within 30 days, right? An ad like that could work for you. So you can create that. You can also use like cold email approaches. So if you have an email list of people that you know are interested in the Airbnb business model, you can do that. So you can buy like lists. You can buy lists from coaches. You can buy lists from people that offer Airbnb services, and you can basically target their list, right? You can also call people on your list, right? You can go to forums. You can go to other websites. You can even go to Airbnb. And I don't recommend this, but you can message Airbnb hosts and offer them your services, right? And when I say collab with a coach, you want to get that coach's permission. So permission is key. You don't want to go into a coach's program and just spam their students, because they work really hard for those customers. So you want to make sure that you're doing it with respect, right? So you have your offer, right? This is your offer. You can have a few variations of an offer. And then you have your marketing, right? Next, you want to do is some type of funnel or website. So your funnel or website is going to be basically a landing page that allows people to opt into your offer, right? And I won't go into the details of a landing page or a website, but some key things that you want to note on your landing page or website is, one, your offer, and then you want to have a risk reversal on there. So your risk reversal is anything that you're using the word without, just for key. So like, notice right here, I said I help first time Airbnb operators get their first property approved for Airbnb without having to call property owners themselves, or without having to stress about rejection from property owners, right? Something like that. So without having to do the XXX outcome, right? Or like fear-based outcome. The next thing you want to have on that funnel or website page is some like descriptions of like helping people understand how your process works. So like how your process works. The next thing you want to have is like some things that could work for them. Show examples. So like you can show strategies that they can use, or you can show property types that could work for them, or you can show, numbers that represent success, right? So you can do different things like that. Another thing you want to have is some type of review or testimonial. A great way that you can gather reviews and testimonials is by doing free work. I really love to say do free work, because I truly believe in it. When I first started into the business of, I would say about 4 years ago, I was helping people completely for free. I was helping people get their first Airbnb completely for free, which is why I say you can provide properties to people for free. Keep in mind, you're not working for this, right? You're only spending $297 a month and getting access to unlimited properties. So yes, you're taking a loss for a few weeks or a few days, but what you're getting in exchange is a review or testimonial. And then that's what you're going to post on your actual website funnel, right? So free. And then of course you want to have some type of form to opt in. And that call to action is going to result in either a booked call or a purchase, right? I prefer you do a book call so that they get to know who you are. There's a lot of scams out here. And then you want to have your price, right? Price is important. So price point, you kind of want to be competitive. The way that I look at it is you want to be in the middle of like the average property acquisition businesses. And here's the thing, I do not recommend going anything under $500. Like, we are insane to offer this type of service for $297 a month. It just does not make sense in the first, I would say, like the first year, right? You're not going to be profitable. You're not going to make money. Like, you're just going to go through a bunch of things that's just not going to be on your side when you're doing this. But in the long run, you hit such high achievements. You retain a lot of customers by offering something for so low. But I'm telling you, if you do not want to go through hell, basically, then do not offer anything under $500. When we first started off, we did 1,500. So you can do like 1,500, but you don't want to go too high because you're going to get into the ranges of where people do launching businesses. And I'll get into that in another bit in another video. But essentially, you can offer property acquisition for between like $500 per property, or you can do a package of like 3 properties for 1,500, or you could do like 3 properties for 1,200, right? Or you get access to 4 properties approved for Airbnb. Once the lease is signed, that counts as 1 property for $2,000, right? You can create a price point around that, right? You want to have your contact information, so some way that they can contact you, or some type of web chat support, right? If you want more information around that, I can get you more information on how to add a web chat support type of thing to your page. Now, the sequence that's going to happen is someone is actually going to go to your website. So your potential customer, goes to website. They will view your website. They will click your call to action. Then once they book the call, they're on the sales call with you. You're explaining to them, you're really asking them, okay, like, hey, like, what made you book this call? They're going to get into, oh, like, I just got started in the Airbnb business and I'm looking for a property, or I started looking for properties. I'm frustrated. I don't know what to do. All right, great. Well, essentially what we do for you is we go out and we find properties approved for Airbnb for you so that you don't have to do it yourself. The reason why we love to do it, we do it for our customers, is because they need to focus on the actual operational side of the business. We want them to focus all their attention on the operations so that they don't get mixed into the weeds of having to call property owners, face rejection, be ghosted by property owners, waste their time, get frustrated, then quit the business, and then never get into the business because they got rejected 20 times by property owners and they missed out on, whatever that number is per month in passive income or active income that you make from the business. So you want to go down that. Now, when you're going down that hole, you want to make sure that you're attacking their pain points, right? What's their pain point? Oh, my mom's still working a job, or I still have a 9 to 5, or I don't have enough time to devote to business, right? Or I don't, like, whatever it is. And by you helping them find a property, you're attacking that pain point because you're taking the time away that it would take them to do the actual task and you doing it for them. And all you're doing is leveraging ZFind. That's it, right? That's it. I won't get too much into the sales piece of anything, but essentially I recommend learning sales, learning ways to close people, different things like that. But to be truthful, I'm not going to say how many people we've closed, but I will say we have closed a lot of people in the past. And the reason why is because they get to understand why I do this, and they understand the reason why I'm so focused on helping people for such a low cost, why I'm committed to this journey and why we want to have so many people finding properties approved for Airbnb, and why we think that it's going to change the game, right? What's our why, right? It's not so much I'm trying to close you using the best sales tactics. I want you to understand why I do this. And I want you to understand that I'm doing this because I want you to be more successful. I want you to have an easier time getting into this business, spending the least amount of money as possible, and you getting the most value that you could possibly ever get than what you're paying us. And it's a lot more to that. I can talk for an hour about this one simple topic, right? It's so much more to it, right? You want to really make them feel like you care. Make them really feel like you actually care. And if you don't care, then don't do this. If you do not care for helping them be more successful, do not do this. But if you really, really care about them, then you'll find a way to solve their problem, right? So this is just one way to get started, right? And this is just on the property acquisition side. So we haven't gotten to property launch. We haven't gotten to coaching. We haven't gotten to any of those other things. We've just gotten into the easiest way to start an Airbnb property acquisition business leveraging ZFind, right? So take this information, do what you wish with it. But my biggest goal for you is to help you find ways to leverage ZFind to create, income for yourself in this Airbnb business. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that you'll make a certain income amount. I'm not guaranteeing you that you'll even make money. I'm just simply letting you know that there's a way out there for you to make money in this business, leveraging ZFind as a system so that you don't have to go do the work to fulfill because we already fulfill for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you would please leave a comment, like on this video as well, show your support. If you don't like this video at all, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It doesn't bother me at all. I just am out here looking to continue to give, provide value, and hopefully that you can apply this information and go win for yourself. So thank you so much. It's Landon Brazil. I'll see you guys in the next video.